What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Hot Take. Today, I'm so excited for this one. We're in a 1987 Toyota pickup truck. This, for those of you who may know, was the Back to the Future pickup truck. Toyota didn't have an official name for it. They just called it the pickup. I don't know a lot about this car, to be honest, this truck. It's just something that I've always adored as a kid. Back to the Future is one of my favorite movies. And I am super excited to take this thing out on the road and see how it drives. We do have a 5-speed manual as well, which just adds to the greatness of this vehicle. Didn't have to clutch in all the way. Some initial impressions. To be honest, I don't really know how to describe how this drives or what to compare it to. I've never driven a truck this old before. The closest thing I've gotten to this is a 95 Ford Ranger that was also a stick. Although frankly, this drives better than that did. The shifter is, I mean, it feels like a truck shifter, but it is like direct enough. You know, it's not like, it is a little floppy, but there's 4. Oh, it's so easy to find the gears. Not having a tachometer is very interesting. So the Back to the Future truck, I don't know if any of you viewers were fans of Back to the Future, but in the movie, Marty McFly lusts after a 1985 Toyota pickup truck, and that one was a 4x4, I believe also an SR5. And this is sort of supposed to semblance that. It's not quite the same pickup truck, but it's close enough. And honestly, finding any Toyota pickup truck this old and this good of condition is impossible. I'm still getting used to the clutch and the shifter work a little bit. Since we don't have a tack, I'm doing all this based off of audio, which I know some of you viewers are going to tell me is, that's how we used to do it back in the day. And you're right. You are absolutely right. It's just not something I'm used to. But it seems to have enough torque for, you know, to get out of its own way. Oh man, this is awesome. I'm steering as vague as you would expect. This isn't like it's not a very, well, I should say it's not a very practical vehicle. It is very, it's good as a truck, like a light truck to put things in the back. The owner uses this in the summer to haul mulch or generally do things that would require you to have a truck bed. So it is good for that. Oh look, there's a blue EP3 SI. Oh, that poor car. It's got a huge dent in the quarter. To be honest, I don't even know what engine we have in here. I'm assuming a 4-cylinder. Ooh. Put your foot down, it makes a nice noise. So we're going about 50 miles an hour. And it feels pretty good. Fair amount of wind noise, you know, as you would expect. Steering is very truck-like. But this thing is really, really nice for the mileage. For the age, rather. Wow, it's such a cool experience driving this thing around. You said so tall because it's a truck. One thing I could or wouldn't mind would be a little bit of a better brake, but that is frankly not the point of this truck. I'm forever checking if I'm in the right gear or not because of the shifter. Trying to be nice to it. It's so funny, kind of flat-footing at lower speeds. Oh, this thing's so cool! I love the 80s, like, boxy styling and controls, the dashboard, the interior. Like, look at all these. They're all notches. They feel good. We're gonna get some vent. Oh, look at that. That was needed today. It is so hot. I am sweating right now. Clutch start cancel. I'm not gonna press that. Of course, we have the horn that sounds really funny too. Beep, beep. It's a meep horn. We have the nice classic Toyota gauges. We'll try 5th again. Oh, slides in like butter. I feel like I'm getting pretty good at driving this thing. The short amount of time I've been behind the wheel. The shifter is very direct, and it's actually very easy to shift. It kind of just goes where you want it to. 3rd. You give it a little bit of a blip to rev match, and you have no idea what RPM you're at, but you can kind of hear the engine, so you know it's time to shift. Or slow down. The engine braking greatly helps the braking ability of this vehicle. The brakes, this is actually, like, this brake pedal is very, very, very not good. Dude, that was trucks in the 80s, man. You had to pay attention while driving this thing. It's not for the faint of heart. I like how they give you a nice little pad here, so if you have an accident, your head just bashes into something softer. Although, that's not even... I doubt that's an airbag. There's definitely no airbag over there. Crank windows, we'll put these down, see if we can get a little more engine noise out of this thing. It's funny doing the clutch work in this because of the way my legs are, how close you sit. I feel like my knee sort of like comes up like this. The engine makes a nice sound. You kind of rev it out a little bit. Again, I have no idea how high it revs or whatever. We're not going to really push it because I'm not going to be the one to find out. But it does have a nice little induction noise. I'm assuming this does not have a rev limiter, so we are going to be very conservative today. This is what trucks were like almost 35, 40 years ago. Keep up with modern traffic. Oh, this thing's so cool. All of you in SUVs, I am taller than you. Ha ha ha. I feel like I'm almost higher up than you even are in some modern pickup trucks because it's just so tall. I don't know. I don't drive that many pickup trucks, so I could just be totally missing the mark on a lot of this, to be honest. But, oh, this thing's fun. Steering is light. Imprecise would be overselling it, frankly. Oh, we're getting better at the clutch work now. This thing's so much fun. I love it. I love it so much. We do have a window sticker and one of the original booklets for this thing. And it's funny, on the booklet it just says truck. That's what it was. It was the Toyota truck. There was nothing special about it. This is a vehicle you bought and you did truck things in. And that was it. Nothing else. Oh man, this thing's great. I love it. We finished our test drive of the 1987 Toyota pickup truck. It was cool. This thing is just cool. It screams the 80s. Everything is super mechanical. I'm guessing that's a cable clutch. It feels like a cable clutch. The shifter is classic, like old style truck shifter. It makes all the weird noises and creaks and rattles. And it's just a blast to cruise around in. I mean, it's not fast. It's really slow. But it's fun. And really, that's all that matters. And it's practical. It has a bed you can use. And what more could you ask for? So, with that, let's go ahead and give the 1987 Toyota pickup truck a score. It scores here on our list. While it looks a bit low, we don't have much to compare it to. This was a fine truck back in its day, but today you can have something more modern for a lot less. That said, this will last forever if you don't expose it to salt, and it's a very cool talking piece. Should you buy it? It's an old Toyota truck, so it will never die. But the better question would be, is it a good value? $20,000 is a lot of money when you consider how many newer options there are that serve the same utility. But you don't buy this just to haul mulch. You buy this because it's awesome. Something about the boxy lines, the general look, feel, and driving experience make a great combination for a utility vehicle that makes you want to do utility vehicle activities. I now see what Marty McFly saw in this truck almost 40 years ago back in 1985.